Hello students, welcome back to Career Power Hyderabad powered by Adda 24/7. So students, today we'll discuss the important current affairs, but before going into the video, let us have a brief discussion about this 5-stage method of current affairs discussion. So using this 5-stage method, we can learn current affairs 10 times effectively. So I'll explain you how. So in these 5 stages, the first stage is headlines with blanks. So every current affair will provide as a headline with a blank. So this blank will create a question in your mind. So to know the answer, you need to watch stage 2 detailed analysis, where we provide detailed analysis of every current affair with static GK points. So this will help you to understand the current affair. So in order to remember the current affair, you need only just one keyword. So every current affair will sort it into a keyword, so which is our stage 3 one keyword points. So using this one keyword points, you can remember the current affairs. So every day at 7 p.m. we have important MCQs in our Telegram channel. So watch this video, answer the MCQs in our Telegram channel every day at 7 p.m. So the important MCQs, which is our stage 4. Finally, every Monday we have section wise revision. So the week long current affairs we revise in the form of section wise revision, like international news, national news, state news. So this will help you to remember the current affairs effectively. Okay, so please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos. Join the Telegram channel and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. So now let us go into the headlines today. So these are the headlines today. So government has introduced a new registration system. What is the new vehicle registration system called? So PM Modi has inaugurated the renovated complex of Jallianwala Bagh Smarak at which city in India? So Rajnath Singh has named the Army Sports Institute in Pune on the name of which famous sports personality? He recently bagged gold for India in Olympics. So LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, they launched a new mobile app for their agents, LIC agents. So what is the name of the app? RBI has enhanced the limit under the Indo-Nepal remittance facility to how many lakhs? So next headlines is Rajnath Singh, again Defence Minister, he inaugurated the indigenously built ICGS, Indian Coast Guard ship. So what is the name of the ship which was recently commissioned by the Defence Minister? India and Germany, they conducted maritime naval exercise at which place in the world? So we'll see about Paralympics. So because Paralympics has been conducted in Japan, so Tokyo, we need to see about Paralympics. So who won silver in table tennis? Who won silver in men's high jump? Who won gold in shooting? And related to chess tournament, so Barcelona Open chess tournament was held recently. So who won the Barcelona chess tournament? And he is an Indian. So that is why we need to remember. So Belgian Grand Prix 2021. So who won the Belgian Grand Prix? It's an F1, Formula 1 racing, motorsport racing. So International Day of Victims of Enforced Disappearance was observed on. National Small Industry Day is observed on. As well as the International Day Against Nuclear Test is observed on. National Sports Day is observed on. Finally, world's highest altitude movie theater was opened up in which of the following state? So world's highest altitude movie theater was opened in which state or union territory? So these are all the headlines. So to know the details, let us go into stage 2 detailed analysis. So the first is national news, where government introduced Bharat Series registration. So the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, they introduced this new registration for vehicles called Bharat Series, BH Series. So you can see on the picture. So here is the picture. Likewise, they will introduce this Bharat Series. So this Bharat Series, in order to register in this Bharat Series, you need not register in the state government. You can directly, those who are willing to, they can directly register with the Bharat Series, BH Series. So whenever you are transferring your vehicle from one state to another, there is no need of having a new registration. So earlier, under section 47 of the Motor Vehicle Act, so if your vehicle, if you are transferring your vehicle, if you are transferring from one state to another, and you need to transfer your vehicle to, so if it is more than 12 months, you need to transfer your vehicle, you need to take a new registration. By using this Bharat Series, you need not transfer your vehicle, you can move with this vehicle anywhere in the country. Okay, so this facility initially is available only to currently to defense personnel, employees of the central government, state government, and employees of the central and state public sector units, and mainly who have offices in 4 or more states or union territories. Okay, so initially only to government employees and defense personnel. Later on it will be extended to the entire country. So this is the format. So first is YY, the year of registration. Next is BH, the code of Bharat series. So next will be the number 4-digit number of the vehicle, and last is the alphabet assigned to the vehicle. Okay, so please remember the Union Minister of Road Transport, Nitin Jairam Gadkari. Okay, so please remember the minister is very, very important. Now coming to one more national news where Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated the renovated complex of Jallianwala Bagh Smarak. Okay, so Jallianwala Bagh Smarak is present in Amritsar. So this Jallianwala Bagh massacre is now like it is observing the 102 second year. So this is the 102nd year of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, which was held in 1919. So a renovated complex was inaugurated by PM Modi. So this Jallianwala Bagh Smarak is a place, it's a memorial of national importance, preserved in the memory of the revolutionaries, the sacrifices, the fighters who were killed in this Jallianwala Bagh massacre, which held on the day of Baisakhi on 13th April 1919. So please remember, Jallianwala Bagh massacre was held on 13th April 1919. It is a historic question. So the Smarak was renovated recently by the government. Okay, and additionally PM Modi also inaugurated 4 museum galleries which were developed in this Smarak, and a light and a sound show also was inaugurated to display the events happened during the Jallianwala Bagh massacre held on 13th April 1919. So Punjab Chief Minister Amarinder Singh, Punjab Governor, so additional charge to Banwarlal Purohit, okay. So please remember these static points. Now coming to important national news where Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister, has renamed the Army Sports Institute Pune as Neeraj Chopra Stadium. So the stadium in the Army Sports Institute in Pune is now renamed as the Neeraj Chopra Stadium. Okay. So Indian Army, they have launched this Mission Olympics to train the sports persons to bag medals in Olympics. So this Mission Olympics by Indian Army was launched in 2001, mainly to train promising sportsmen in 11 disciplines, mainly for Olympic Games and other international events. So Neeraj Chopra was part of this Mission Olympics. So Neeraj Chopra recently bagged gold medal for India in javelin throw event in Tokyo Olympics. So his 87.58 meter is a golden throw. So it was considered the golden throw which bagged him gold medal. So recently, let us discuss few points about Neeraj Chopra, where Athletics Federation of India, they decided August 7th to be celebrated as Javelin Throw Day to encourage children in the country to take up the sport of javelin throw. As well as RBI also, they roped Neeraj Chopra as a person, as an ambassador for creating awareness in the public against the digital banking frauds. Okay, so these are the things related to Neeraj Chopra, so please remember. So Chief of Army Staff, General M.M. Narwane, so please remember the Chief of Army Staff, so very, very important. So next coming to banking news, where LIC has launched Ananda mobile app for the LIC agents. So this mobile app will be a digital paperless solution for all the agents. So Ananda stands for Atmanirbhar Agents New Business Digital Application. So with the mobile application in place, so the usage level of Ananda among the agents, the intermediaries will go up. This will help LIC to broaden their business, to make their business to greater heights. So this Ananda mobile app will help the LIC agents to register new LIC policies. It will help the customers to avail LIC policies at the comfort of their homes without having to meet any agent in person. Okay, so this is built on paperless KYC process with Aadhaar based e-authentication. So LIC headquarters Mumbai, established in 1956, chairman is M.R. Kumar. Okay, so do remember the chairman because LIC is always in news. So now we will go into one more banking news where RBI has enhanced the limit under Indo-Nepal remittance facility to 2 lakhs. So earlier this remittance facility was only 50,000. Now it was expanded to 2 lakhs per transaction, and earlier there was a limit of transactions in the year. So only they can do 12 transactions in the year, but now this limit was extended. So there is unlimited transactions in a year. So this Indo-Nepal remittance facility, so this facility is mainly for the Nepali people who are working in India, mainly for the defense personnel, mainly for the government personnel, or the persons who are working in India who want to do remittances to the Nepal country. So this facility, okay, so using this facility, earlier they can transfer only 50,000, but they can now transfer 2 lakh per transaction And earlier there was a limit of only 12 transactions per year, but now they can do unlimited transactions. But people who are bringing cash, bringing cash to the bank, so if there is a cash transaction, there will be a limit up to 50,000 and only 12 transactions per year. If it is online, if it is through NIFT, then you can do unlimited transactions of a limit up to 2 lakhs per transaction. So this Indo-Nepal remittance facility was launched by RBI in 2008 and it is managed by SBI, State Bank of India in India itself, and Nepal SBI Limited in Nepal. So this is managed by SBI and Nepal SBI. So this was launched by RBI in 2008. So this Indo-Nepal remittance facility is a fund transfer mechanism from India to Nepal only. It is not from Nepal to India. It is only from India to Nepal that operates on NIFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer. Okay. So Nepal SBI Bank, which is a Indo-Nepal joint venture of the State Bank of India, the Employees Provident Fund and the Agriculture Development Bank of Nepal, which was launched in 1992 and headquartered in Kathmandu, Nepal. Okay, so please remember all these points, very important. Now going into defense news, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh, so he inaugurated the indigenously developed ICGS, Indian Coast Guard ship Vigraha. Okay, so this is the ship which was developed by Lawrence and Turbo Shipbuilding Limited in Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So this ship will be based in Visakhapatnam, so it will be transported to Visakhapatnam. So a 98-meter vessel, so which will be operated by 11 officers and 110 sailors. It will be based in the Eastern Command of Visakhapatnam. So this, with the joining of the ship, now the Indian Coast Guard has a strength of 157 ships and 66 aircrafts. So the Vigraha, ICGS Vigraha is the 7th and the final ship of the offshore patrol vehicles. So Vigraha, if you see about the features of the Vigraha, it is equipped with advanced radars, latest in navigation and communication technology. The sensors in the ship are capable to operate in tropical sea conditions. So it can also carry one twin-engine helicopter and 4 high-speed boats. So it is also armed with the Bofors gun, to 12.7 mm stabilized remote control guns, and it also has capability to carry the pollution response equipment, mainly to contain the oil spills at sea. You know, oil spills are happening a lot in sea. So recently one such happened near the Sri Lanka coast. So oil spills, to avoid all these oil spills, we need to also have this pollution response equipment too, because Indian Coast Guard is first to respond in all these activities, okay, any activity happening in sea. Okay, so Vigraha will be operating on the eastern seaboard under the administrative control of the commander of the Coast Guard region of East. So let us discuss about ICG, Indian Coast Guard, established in 1977, headquarters in New Delhi, and the current Director General is Krishnaswamy Natarajan. So please remember all these static GK points. So now coming to one more defense news, where India and Germany are conducting a joint maritime exercise in the Gulf of Aden. So in the Gulf of Aden near Yemen, so this joint military naval exercise being conducted. So from Indian side, Indian frigate INS Trikan, and from Germany side Beyond. So both of them are participating in this event. So this exercise also includes helicopter landings, visit broad search and seizure operations. So mainly this exercise is aimed to enhance the interoperability and exchange of best practices. So Germany capital Berlin, Germany currency Euro. So do remember these points too. Now let us see the sports news, mainly about Paralympics. We will see 3 important news about Paralympics. So Paralympics 2020, which is happening in Tokyo, Japan. So Bhavna Bean Patel, she wins silver in table tennis. So this is the first medal for India in Paralympics. So Bhavna Bean Patel, she won silver in the Paralympics. Okay. So she defeated, she lost to Chinese Ying Zhoi. So where she bagged silver, and Chinese Ying Zhoi, she won gold. So this is the first medal for India, and Bhavna Bean Patel is the second Indian woman to win a medal at Paralympics after Deepa Malik. So Deepa Malik won silver in shot put in 2016 Rio Paralympics. Now she is the second Indian woman. So Bhavna Bean Patel is also the second Indian woman to win a medal in Paralympics. So next is about men's high jump. So in men's high jump, Nishad Kumar has won silver. So Nishad Kumar of India has won silver in the men's high jump T47 event. So this is the second medal for India. First medal from Bhavna Bean Patel, second medal from Nishad Kumar. Okay, so Nishad Kumar, he created a new Asian record of 2.06 meters. This is a new Asian record created by Nishad Kumar. So Nishad Kumar as well as Dallas Weiss, so from USA, both of them bagged silver, and another American, Roderick Townsend, so he won gold. Okay, so please remember all these points. So T47 class is meant for athletes with unilateral upper limb impairment, which is resulting in some loss of function at the shoulder, elbow, or wrist. So it's a special event for people who lost some function at the shoulder, elbow, or wrist. Okay, so please remember. So next is about shooting. So gold in shooting. So first gold for India in Paralympics. So Avani Lekara, she won gold in shooting. So first Indian woman to win a gold medal at Paralympics. So she is the first Indian woman to win gold medal at Paralympics. Okay, she won gold medal in the 10-meter air rifle standing shooting event. Okay, so this is the record by Avani Lekara. She is a 19-year-old from Jaipur. She sustained a spinal cord injuries in a car accident in 2012. So she finished a world record equaling of 249.6, which is also a new Paralympic record, and she won the gold medal for India in the Paralympics. So remember, shooting gold medal, Avani Lekara. So Avani is the fourth athlete to win a gold, Paralympic gold, after swimmer Murlikant Petkar, Devendra Jajaria, and Mariyappan Thangavelu. She is the fourth Indian to win gold medal and first Indian woman to win gold in Paralympics. So remember these points. These are important for your examination. So now coming to the Barcelona Open Chess Tournament. So SP Sethuram, so he won the Barcelona Open Chess Tournament 2021. So he defeated Daniil Yaffa of Russia. So he won the tournament. And third place is also won by Indian Kartikeya Murali. So Kartikeya Murali of India won the third position. And first position is also from India, SP Sethuram. So please remember these points. So last sports news were Max Verstappen. He won the Belgian Grand Prix 2021. So Max Verstappen of Red Bull Racing. So again he regained to the top position. So this Belgian Grand Prix was stopped due to rain and only 2 laps were completed. So the winners were decided based on the progress made in these 2 laps. So Max Verstappen was declared the winner. So George Russell of Williams Racing was second, and William Hamilton of Mercedes is on third. So if Lewis Hamilton, if Lewis Hamilton has won the race, it would be his 100th Grand Prix win, but he couldn't succeed in this Grand Prix. So he is now at 99 Grand Prix. So he is going to achieve 100. So Lewis Hamilton, hope he will achieve in the next Grand Prix. So as of now, Belgian Grand Prix is by Max Verstappen. Okay, so please remember, very, very important. Now we'll see the important days. We have 4 important days today. So the International Day of the Victims of Enforced Disappearance is observed on 30th August. So this day is observed to honor and pay tribute to the people who faced enforced disappearances. So United Nations and Amnesty International, they observe this day to raise awareness about how enforced disappearance is a crime and should not be used as a tool to deal with situations of conflict. Okay, and according to UN, 6,000 people were registered missing in Kosovo since 1999, and Iran too has reported thousands of people, political dissidents, to be missing or dead, and other countries like Syria, Sri Lanka, Argentina, Zimbabwe. So all of them reported people missing. So they account to nearly 2 lakh people missing due to these enforced disappearances. So what is enforced disappearances? Enforced disappearances are caused due to arrest, detention, or abduction. So this is a strategy to create terror in the society. This day is observed to raise awareness about the suffering of the people who were arrested, detained, or abducted against their will, and the government refused to disclose the whereabouts of such people. So this is done by the government forcefully. So this day is observed to raise awareness about these enforced disappearances. August 30. Okay. So next is National Small Industry Day, August 30. So National Small Industry Day is observed in India mainly to recognize the value of small business in India. Okay. So this day is observed with the goal of encouraging small business, offering job chances to the jobless, and in a developing nation like India, small scale industry play a very essential role in economic growth. So National Small Industry Day, 30th August, please remember. Now going into the International Day Against Nuclear Test. So this day is observed on 29th August. This day creates awareness about the effects of nuclear weapon test explosions and any other nuclear explosions, and the need for the cessation, and one need to achieve the goal of nuclear weapon free world. So International Day Against Nuclear Test is on 29th August. Okay. So finally, National Sports Day is observed on 29th August, and 29th August is the birth anniversary of Major Dhyan Chand, the star of hockey team in India. So National Sports Day is observed on 29th August. So this day is used as a platform to launch various sports schemes, to organize various sporting events, and to create awareness about the importance of physical activities and sports in life. So this day is also named as Rashtriya Khel Divas in many parts of India. So PM Modi recently has renamed Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award as the Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award. So Major Dhyan Chand was born on 29th August 1905 in Allahabad. He is the greatest hockey player of his times. He is called the Star or Wizard. So his team gained a hat-trick of gold medals in Olympics during 1928, 32, 36 Olympics. He played internationally for 23 years. He played in 185 matches and scored 570 goals. So he is very passionate towards hockey. He used to practice even in nights in the moonlight. Okay, so he was awarded the Padma Bhushan Award in 1956, the earliest to receive the Padma Bhushan Award. So this is about Dhyan Chand. So Major Dhyan Chand on his birthday is celebrated as the National Sports Day in India, that is 29th August. So finally, world's highest altitude movie theater is opened in Ladakh. So in the Paldan area of Leh region, so the world's highest movie theater was opened at the altitude of 11,562 feet. So this theater can operate at a temperature of minus 28 degrees Celsius. So this theater was inaugurated mainly to bring the cinema watching experience to the most remotest areas of India. So 4 such theaters will be launched in Leh in the coming period, and actor Pankaj Tripathi was the chief guest of this event. So Bollywood film Bell Bottom, which was starring Akshay Kumar, was screened in the film for Army. So recently Indian Air Force also launched their highest mobile air traffic control tower in the advanced landing ground in Ladakh, and now a movie theater is established in Ladakh. So please remember, Ladakh is in news frequently. Also remember the Lieutenant Governor of Ladakh, R.K. Mathur. Okay, so these are all the current affairs for today. We'll discuss the one word key points. So let us quickly discuss the one word key points. So government has launched a new registration system. What is it called? Bharat Series. So PM Modi has launched Jallianwala Bagh Smarak in Amritsar. So Army Sports Institute Stadium in Pune is renamed as Neeraj Chopra Stadium. LIC has launched a mobile app called Ananda mobile app. Indo-Nepal remittance facility is now extended to 2 lakhs per transaction. So Rajnath Singh has inaugurated the Indian Coast Guard ship called Vigraha. So India and Germany had conducted a naval exercise in the Gulf of Aden, Yemen. So Paralympics, table tennis silver is won by Bhavna Bin Patel. Men's high jump silver by Nishad Kumar. Shooting gold by Avani Lekra, and Barcelona Open Chess Tournament by Sethuram, Belgian Grand Prix by Max Verstappen, and International Day of Victims of Enforced Disappearance is observed on 30th August, National Small Industries Day 30th August, International Day Against Nuclear Test 29th August, National Sports Day 29th August, and world's highest altitude movie theater is launched in Ladakh in the Leh region. Okay, so these are all the one word key points. So quickly watch this video and answer the MCQs at 7 PM in our Telegram channel. So please subscribe our YouTube channel, like and share our videos, join the Telegram channel and download the Career Power Hyderabad app. We'll provide the links in the description as well as comment section. We currently provide coaching for Bank SSC, RRB as well as for SI Constable. So thank you students, we'll meet in the next class.